Hello and welcome back to Stockpine Falls Public Access Radio, live from the Midnight Widow. We're here with Telenova, who's about to sing us a new hit, Bones. Mrs. Telenova, what exactly compelled you to write a song about bones?
Firstly, I'm not called Mrs. Telenova. Telenova's the name of the band. And it's not really about bones, actually. In fact, it carries some strong anti-bone sentiments. It's actually more about blue skies in California.
Kind of a misleading title if you ask me, but hey, what do I know? Anything you'd like to plug?
Yep, we're going to be touring Down Under this December. Keen to see some old faces and hopefully some new ones. People can buy tickets at our website. Just look up telenovamusic.com.
And you're announcing this on a local public access show in Washington?
Yeah, well, I mean, it couldn't hurt.
All right, well, let's all hear your bone song.
They call me fanatic, they call me absurd. But people of plastic out there in the world. I live in the violence and caught in a trap. Won't you free me from my bones? I'm melodramatic, how lucky is that? Kill me softly, make me scream, call me crazy, set me free, everything I wanna be. Kill me softly, make me scream, call me crazy, set me free, everything I'll ever need, say you'll die for me. I was dreaming of blue skies in California, while you were loading your gun. The time has come, red and blue lights chase us across the border, forever out on the run.
Thanks for listening, folks. That was Telenova with Bones. Now it's time for the real scoop with Marilyn. Again, apparently. Jeez, we're this short on material? Damn. Really scraping the bottom of the barrel here.
Well, howdy, my sweetie pies. I've got a huge show coming up for you today. Let's just say there will be dishing. Dishes will be served. Thank you, by the way, for your warm reception to last week's episode. It really is so nice to see the town getting so excited for the Falls Fall Festival on Sunday. Ooh, and I can finally announce that Sunday's episode of The Real Scoop with Marilyn will be coming to you live from the festival itself. So that's big announcement number 1. Now, our recipe for today will also be pumpkin focused in the spirit of the holiday. Today we're going to be making an easy, no-bake pumpkin fudge for when you don't have time to cook on account of all your nefarious plans, not looking at anyone in the audience whose name starts with a J. Now, you're going to want to start by lining an 8x8 inch pan in aluminum foil and set that aside. Don't worry about that for now. Now you're going to want to take your 4 cups of white chocolate chips and 1 cup of sweetened condensed milk, or as I like to call it, magic milk, on account of it being so delicious, and heat them up in a pot over a medium heat until smooth and fully combined. And you're going to want to keep stirring that. Don't leave it alone for too long. Not if you like your pot looking the way it does, let me tell you. Now that's all good and melted together. Next step is going to be adding 2.5 tablespoons of pumpkin puree. Now make sure that's 100% pumpkin, no nasty bits. And I pureed it because I want a nice smooth fudge myself, but it's up to you, of course. Elsie likes hers a bit more fibrous. I should mention that this is Elsie Barstow's recipe. She makes it for the festival every year, as I'm sure you're aware, but this year I'm lending her a hand on account of her being unable, poor dear. She is glued to her daughter's bedside at the hospital. Or should I say police station? All I'm saying is if they're going to have that many police buzzing around the hospital, they're going to want to open a donut shop in there real soon. Not to say that it'll be Fort Knox or anything. I think we've all got realistic expectations of our sheriff's department at this point, wouldn't you say? Well, there I go getting distracted again. You're going to want to add a teaspoon of vanilla extract to the mix, a teaspoon of cinnamon. Whoops, my hand slipped. You know, a little bit more cinnamon if you like cinnamon. I know we all like cinnamon. Then a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg and 1/8 of a teaspoon of cloves. Now try to make sure those are ground up. Don't put them in whole. Don't want to make that mistake again. That would be a nasty surprise. All right, now that's mixed up and we're just gonna pour it into our pan from earlier. And that needs to go in the Frigidaire for at least 4 hours to set, though I find 6 is the winner. Then it'll be ready to cut and serve, and there you have it. If you can't wait till the festival to try some of Elsie Barstow's delicious pumpkin fudge, you can make it yourself in a wink. Oh, and before I go, I promised, didn't I, that I would explain my theory with regards to a certain gentleman of stock and the many pies that he's been sticking his filthy fingers into. Now, our friend Jeffrey is a businessman, there's no denying that. But chew on this, listeners. Where exactly are these businesses? Do they have offices? Do they have employees? I've been doing a little digging myself, and I haven't been able to find a single one. I couldn't tell you what state they're in. They're certainly not in Stock Pine Falls. Well,
surprise, Marilyn!
Jeffrey?
Yeah! Bet you thought you could say just about anything about just about anyone with zero proof. Well, here come the consequences. My pretty little consequences.
Jeffrey!
Break it all, girls.
Jeffrey!